Dear Patriots, before the news starts, please subscribe to our patriotic channel by clicking the subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up to this video. Don't forget to leave your opinion below in the comments section. Share the news on Facebook and Twitter so you friends see it. Thank you.
Right after Trump's big UN speech, Newt Gingrich got up and said 6 words that left jaws hanging. Newt Gingrich got on Hannity Tuesday to analyze President Trump's UN address, which he called one of the most important speeches of his presidency. Gingrich told Hannity that his speech was really about defending America, but it was also about defending the right of every country to be a sovereign nation. It was truly a remarkable speech. 6 words. It was truly a remarkable speech. This, after leftists have been harping on Trump for his speech being supposedly bombastic, xenophobic, isolationist, all manner of insults. Newt Gingrich still stood up and said the right thing. President Trump urged nations to reawaken a sense of pride and patriotism in their respective countries, and reiterated that, as the American leader, he will be putting America first. But he expects other world leaders to advocate for their own country's interests too. As Gingrich wrote in an op-ed for Fox, the president placed intellectual clarity and emphasis on his principle that the world will be made safer when America and its allies in the United Nations work together as sovereign nations to achieve peace and security in the world. Gingrich and President Trump are totally right. The UN will work better when its members truly defend their citizens and honor their cultures. Gingrich added. The United Nations sovereign members need to think critically about whether it is in the best interest of their citizens to allow terrorism and unstable rogue regimes, such as North Korea, Iran, and Syria to provoke chaos and death across the world. If bureaucratic niceties are preventing despotic regimes such as Iran's and North Korea's from being truly confronted and neutralized, the world leaders we have chosen are failing all of their country's citizens. For President Trump, that era of the UN is over. Gingrich said he hopes other countries heed the call as well. My hope is that the member nations heed the president's call, reawaken their sense of national sovereignty, and realize how critically important it is to defend their nations against a range of foreign dangers. It's great having such a hard-working, patriotic man as president. It's also great to know he has smart allies like Newt Gingrich ready to defend him. Love these guys? Share it out. HT Fox News. Get M. Sarah Sanders just punched back at insult to General Kelly and left jaws hanging. Press Secretary Sarah Sanders has President Trump's back. And she's got the back of all of his allies too. So when she got on Fox and France right after the president's UN speech, she was on the defensive. Wouldn't you know, but one of the first things they asked was about Chief of Staff John Kelly, who appeared to be rubbing his head throughout President Trump's address. Leftists, of course, jumped on this to say he was shocked or embarrassed by the president. But Sarah Sanders set them straight. He's part of the speechwriting process and very engaged. I would certainly not read anything into that picture any more than probably just like the rest of us, we're tired trying to keep up with this president who's working hard every day to help America. She continued. The president has an abundance of energy. I don't know where it comes from. All of us on the staff are tired trying to keep up with him. I wouldn't be surprised if that's part of it. One thing is for sure about President Trump: the man is nonstop. I find it so hard to believe that he is 71 sometimes. And he really does devote all of that energy to making America a better place. So it makes perfect sense for General Kelly to be tired. He's got a tiring job. But, who knows, he might just have had a headache or any number of other things. And just in case we had any doubts about General Kelly and President Trump's relationship, she added. General Kelly's been a great addition to the team. He and the president have great chemistry. They're working really well together. Once again, Sarah Sanders displayed grace and tact against mean-spirited leftist cynicism. I am continuously amazed at how she continues to keep her composure when she's constantly confronted by so much nonsense. Let's show her and the rest of the Trump admin some support by sharing this 50,000 times. HT Washington Examiner. Maxine Waters walked on stage and instantly choked on nasty thing coming out her mouth. Maxine Waters is going insane. She opened her big mouth at a eulogy and called for Trump's impeachment. At a eulogy. What the heck is wrong with this woman? She is not very classy. The thing coming out of her mouth was her disgusting language. "I'm cleaning out the White House," Waters shouted and got cheers back. She then proceeded to call our president a dishonorable human being. She also referred to the White House as the house that slaves built and of course brought up the KKK, this dishonorable human being who has the alt-right, and the KKK and everybody else inside his cabinet. Maxine Waters also said that her deceased friend would probably say Trump colluded with the Russians. Seriously? I'm gonna say impeach 45 every day. Impeach 45 every day. Impeach 45 every day. Somebody get Aunt Maxine back on her meds. This woman lives in the most posh $4 million mansion in her district in LA. She does nothing, she says nothing, and somebody needs to investigate her decades-long career in corruption. Woo. We need to get Maxine Waters out of here. Share this everywhere to embarrass Maxine Waters for the terrible politician that she is and forever will be. Let's get the truth out about how bad Maxine is, y'all. She will regret attacking all of us. Thanks for reading. Newt Gingrich just went on TV and leaked sick thing Mueller did to Trump. Former Speaker of the House Newt Gingrich just got on Hannity Tuesday and unleashed on special counsel Robert Mueller's investigation into possible ties President Trump could have had with Russian meddling in the 2016 election. News recently broke of campaign chairman Paul Manafort being targeted for wiretapping by the FBI before, during, and after the 2016 election. As soon as Hannity brought up that most recent scandal, Gingrich went nuts. If you were to take all the different ways in which the Obama Justice Department abused the system, abusing it, on one hand, to defend Hillary Clinton, abusing it on the other hand by going after Republicans and people who were going for Trump. He then added, "This is a radically bigger scandal than anything about Russia." And finished his point with, "Here you have an administration that was going after political figures while defending its own political figures. This may be the most egregious abuse of the criminal justice process in American history. It's truly extraordinary." Here's the deal: Newt Gingrich just got up and shows that Mueller is messing with Trump when there is a far bigger scandal in the 2016 election. Gingrich is totally right, y'all. Why is Mueller wasting our time and tax dollars with this nonsensical Russia witch hunt when more and more evidence is piling up that the former president, or at least his administration, was spying on Team Trump? HT Fox News. Right after Trump named Kim Rocket Man, Nikki Haley went and silenced the media with a huge reveal. The media was going absolutely nuts over Trump nicknaming Kim Jong-un Rocket Man. They all immediately jumped to Kim's defense and said Trump had gone too far. That's when they had a brilliant idea: let's bring UN Ambassador Nikki Haley on and have her trash the president. Their plan seemed foolproof, well, except the one major flaw. Nikki Haley showed up and wrecked the media while defending President Trump. She revealed that she had met with the president of Uganda and he is already calling Kim the Rocket Man. She also went on Good Morning America and said that every international community is now calling him Rocket Man and that it clearly was a good idea and worked. Ouch. Once again, the mainstream media's big plans for the day backfired in their faces and now the truth is getting out everywhere. The reality is, North Korea needs to be disarmed of their nukes and ICBMs immediately in one way or another. If he wants to let us come in and destroy them, that's fine. If we have to do it by force, which we would rather not, We can do that too. So let everyone you know see that the Rocket Man nickname absolutely worked, and Nikki Haley is your proof. Even if their plan failed, we can still share this everywhere. Jimmy Kimmel just used this sick kid to attack Republicans, immediately regrets it. This week, renewed efforts to repeal Obamacare begun in the Senate. A new piece of legislation, sponsored by Senator Lindsey Graham and Senator Bill Cassidy, appears to have a plausible path to victory. But not everybody is celebrating. Hollywood, predictably, isn't happy with this development. To share his displeasure, Jimmy Kimmel opened his show with an attack against one of the bill's sponsors. It seemed like Senator Cassidy was being honest, Kimmel said of Cassidy's previous promise to enact responsible healthcare reform. He got a lot of credit and attention for coming off like a rare, reasonable voice in the Republican Party when it came to healthcare, for coming up with something he called, "I didn't name it this, he named it this, the Jimmy Kimmel test." But according to Kimmel, Cassidy's latest efforts failed the Jimmy Kimmel test. In order to drive the point home further, Kimmel then did something reprehensible. He used his incredibly sick child for political gain. Kimmel claimed the new bill goes back against previous promises that made sure a child like mine would get the health coverage he needs. "I am politicizing my son's health problems. Because I have to," Kimmel explains. Kimmel is a multimillionaire and his child is under no threat of getting his medical treatment taken away. This isn't a personal matter, as Kimmel attempts to claim. Instead, it's political posturing that's taking advantage of a sick kid. Of course, Cassidy was quick to put Kimmel back in his place. Share so the world can see through Kimmel's gross political game. His kid deserves better than to be taken advantage of for his dad's ratings.